Bottom line is, it's Biden versus Trump. We want to live in a world that we want to live in and enjoy living in, or live in a nightmare. Vote for Trump and you'll get the nightmare. Vote for Biden and we'll be back to normalcy.
In a compelling and emotional segment on Real Time with Bill Maher, acclaimed actor and outspoken political critic Robert De Niro delivered a powerful critique of Donald Trump and the growing support the former president continues to receive following his re-election. The conversation between De Niro and Maher went beyond political commentary, becoming a passionate plea for awareness, urgency, and action. With stakes higher than ever and polls showing Trump not only maintaining but gaining traction among traditionally Democratic groups such as women and Latino voters. De Niro's warning felt both timely and sobering. From the start, he drew a stark contrast between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, framing the election as a choice between two completely different futures, Biden representing a return to decency, normalcy, and a functioning democracy, while Trump embodies chaos, division, and the threat of authoritarian rule. For De Niro, this isn't just political theater, it's deeply personal. He recalled the shock and disbelief many Americans felt after the 2016 election and expressed fear that history could repeat itself. Only this time, with even more dire consequences. De Niro didn't mince words, describing Trump as a mean, nasty, hateful person devoid of a single redeeming quality, someone he couldn't even play as an actor because he lacks the depth or humanity needed for a believable character. He labeled Trump a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist, and a classic bully whose rise to power stems from intimidation and manipulation rather than leadership or vision. His metaphor was striking. Trump is the schoolyard bully, surrounded by enablers, while the rest of the playground must decide whether to resist.
I mean, the New York Times poll this week came out, and maybe this will change it with the State of the Union address, but Trump was beating him rather soundly. It was quite a warning light, 48 to 43, also winning way more among women than he had before, winning outright Latinos. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. I just don't want to feel the way I did, and many of us don't, after the election in 2016, where we couldn't believe that it happened. The guy is a total monster, and anybody, I don't understand it. I guess they get behind that kind of logic. They want to fuck with people, screw them, because they're unhappy about something. He's such a mean, nasty, hateful person. I never play him as an actor because I can't see any good in him. Nothing at all. Nothing redeemable in him. And we have to, and whoever the people are who want to vote for him, and they look like intelligent people around there. For some reason, it can't be. It cannot be. If he wins the election.
Most jaw-dropping parts of the conversation between Robert De Niro and Bill Maher was De Niro's total disbelief over how Donald Trump is still somehow gaining popularity. He's genuinely baffled and honestly to see Trump pulling stronger numbers in the polls, especially among women and Latino voters, which feels wild considering the things he's said and done that directly impact those groups. It's giving serious déjà vu from 2016 when everyone thought, there's no way Trump's going to win. And then boom, he did. That same creeping anxiety is back. Like we're watching the sequel to a horror movie where the villain just won't die. Then comes De Niro's personal take on Trump. And he absolutely does not hold back. He says Trump is so devoid of humanity that he couldn't even portray him in a movie. No depth, no nuance, no hidden vulnerability, just pure toxic energy. He calls Trump a mean, hateful, sociopathic narcissist, and you can feel how deeply he despises the man. For De Niro, this isn't just politics, it's personal. He clearly sees Trump as a genuine threat, not just to democracy but to the moral core of the country. And whether you agree with him or not, it's refreshing to see someone speak with that much raw honesty, no filter. De Niro came in swinging.
You won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. let's believe him, take him at his word.
I did from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I said from the very beginning, this guy is never going to concede power, and he still hasn't.
No.
He still hasn't. He just admitted he lost the last election, and he advertises that he will go on. He says he's been cheated out of one term, so maybe we should get rid of a president only gets 2 terms thing. So
He's a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist. He is a dangerous person, and we have to people realize, a lot of people, this audience, but the people who somehow think he's going to be the answer to their prayers, whatever those are.
Did you know
God
him
knows.
when as fellow New Yorkers?
Never wanted to know him.
Never wanted to.
No.
You must have
He
crossed.
was an idiot. He was a clown. He was a clown in New York. And New Yorkers said, some would go with him, of course, people who work in what he does, some of them. But it's just, he's a classic bully. If you had a schoolyard and he walked in and he had his bully friends around, the other people decide whether they want to oppose him or they want to let him just tell him what to do and own the schoolyard or the basketball court or whatever it is. He's got to be stopped.
On fear of authoritarianism takes center stage in his conversation with Bill Maher, and it's one of the most intense, passionate, and sobering moments of the entire interview. De Niro doesn't hold back when he warns that if Donald Trump returns to office, America could find itself teetering on the edge of dictatorship. And no, he's not exaggerating for dramatic effect. He's genuinely, deeply worried about what another Trump presidency could mean for the future of democracy in the United States. De Niro points out something that many people have noticed, but perhaps haven't fully absorbed. Trump has still never truly accepted that he lost the 2020 election. For De Niro, that refusal to acknowledge defeat isn't just arrogance, it's a warning sign, a flashing red light that signals exactly what kind of leader Trump would be if given another 4 years of unchecked power. His concern is clear. If someone refuses to respect the results of an election, what makes us think they'll respect any of the limits placed on them by the Constitution next time around? The peaceful transition of power, a principle that has defined American democracy for centuries, could very well become a thing of the past. De Niro isn't spinning hypotheticals or dealing in fear tactics. He's taking Trump at his own word, and that's what makes his warning hit so hard. As De Niro puts it, believe him when he tells you who he is. Trump has been open about seeking revenge, about punishing his enemies, about rewriting the rules to favor himself and his loyalists. De Niro's argument is that people need to stop assuming he's just joking or playing politics. The danger, he says, lies in underestimating someone who has already shown a willingness to ignore democratic norms. For De Niro, this isn't just about one election, it's about the survival of the democratic system itself. He paints a vivid metaphor that perfectly captures the dynamic he sees at play. Trump, he says, is like that one kid on the schoolyard, who storms in with his little group of yes-men and immediately starts pushing everyone else around. It's pure bully energy, loud, intimidating, and self-centered. But the part that truly scares De Niro isn't the bully himself, it's how everyone else reacts. Instead of standing up, most people either join in, laugh along, or stay silent, hoping not to become the next target. That, De Niro insists, is the real danger. Not just the bully, but the bystanders who enable him. The image is powerful because it extends beyond politics. It's about human behavior, about what happens when people choose comfort over courage and compliance over conscience. De Niro's message is clear and urgent. This isn't just about one man's ego or one party's agenda. It's about all of us and the kind of country we want to live in. He challenges viewers to think seriously about what's at stake, to look beyond the slogans and sound bites, and to understand that democracy doesn't just disappear overnight, it erodes when people stop defending it. And for De Niro, that's exactly what he's trying to prevent. He's not fear-mongering for attention. He's issuing a heartfelt warning rooted in history and experience. As he wraps up his remarks, De Niro delivers what feels like both a call to action and a plea for awareness. He reminds the public that Trump has already shown his hand. The threats, the vengeance talk, the insistence that he never lost, it's all out there, in plain sight. There's no mystery about what he intends to do if he returns to power. De Niro's point is painfully simple. Believe him. Don't dismiss his words as bluster. Don't assume that it can't happen here. Because, as De Niro makes clear, history is filled with examples of societies that thought the same thing until it did happen.